Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Steve Sterling with Sentinel 17 Gaming. Thanks for joining me for this video. I greatly appreciate it. Now, if you're new to this channel, please take this opportunity to subscribe. If you do enjoy this video, hit that like button. If you have something to say, leave it in the comment section below. I usually respond to all comments. And also share this video with someone else who may find it enjoyable or at least informative. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Now, today's video is about Need for Speed, and for people who have been following the franchise, we know that Electronic Arts handed the franchise to Criterion. It formerly was in the hands of Ghost Games, and Ghost Games primarily was just making Need for Speed games for Electronic Arts, and it really felt like with Need for Speed Heat, Ghost Games was finally getting into their stride, and in Need for Speed Heat, they put a lot of different things that were improved from the previous game, Need for Speed Payback. They have a day and night cycle, of course. With the night cycle, it's all about building your reputation with the street racing community, and of course that means you got to battle the cops. Now, that enables you to do certain things in the game that you can't do if you race only during the day, and it's interesting that they put that duality in this game. It really added some depth to it, and it made it essential to race both during the day and, of course, at night. And this game, like I said, Need for Speed Heat, felt like Ghost Games really figured out what they were doing. The controls felt a hell of a lot better than they did from Need for Speed Payback, which, in my opinion, was a significant misstep in the franchise. Now, something else I do want to point out is that Need for Speed Payback was such a disappointment, I think, not only for the gamers, but for Electronic Arts as well. It sort of feels like Electronic Arts told Ghost Games, if you don't sell X amount of copies of Need for Speed Heat, we're going to pull you off the franchise and put someone else on it. It feels like that's what happened. Of course, there's no confirmation for that. It's just speculation at this point, but considering they pulled Ghost Games off after Need for Speed Heat was a pretty well-received game, it just makes sense that that's what the conversation was that happened behind closed doors, because Payback was pretty damn rough. And I think Electronic Arts had unrealistic expectations regarding Need for Speed Heat, and it may be kind of unfair how they judged Ghost Games, especially since Need for Speed Heat was actually pretty good. Now, something else I want to point out, and it's not directly related to the Need for Speed franchise, but it kind of is. Once Criterion was handed back the franchise, they're starting with the new Need for Speed, and they're working on development, but they were actually pulled off of it temporarily to help DICE with Battlefield 2042 to get it prepped for launch. And the funny thing about Battlefield 2042 is they cut out the campaign, and everyone assumed that because they cut out the campaign, multiplayer would be spectacular, and the majority of people say that's definitely not the case. Of course, Battlefield 2042 is nowhere near as good as it should have been, and not only the fact that it's missing a campaign, which was a big part of it, but the fact that the multiplayer just didn't take off like Electronic Arts really needed it to, kind of indicates that Criterion wasted their time being pulled off the Need for Speed franchise to work on it. That's my little soapbox on Battlefield. I'm not going to talk any more about it in this video. Let's get back to the Need for Speed game that's coming up allegedly this year. Now, the fallout from Need for Speed Heat failing to sell however many it was supposed to sell is Ghost Games got split up, scattered to the four winds. They're still in Electronic Arts, but pretty much the people who made up Ghost Games now support other studios, so they don't have their own studio anymore, and that kind of feels like the wrong move for Electronic Arts. In my opinion, they should have kept them, even though I remember Electronic Arts acquiring Codemasters, and of course they're known for racing games too, but I just think they should have kept Ghost Games intact at least. They should have had Ghost Games assist Criterion with this Need for Speed. Not necessarily take the lead, but assist them in, just like how Criterion assisted DICE with the Battlefield 2042 game that came out and unfortunately kind of fell flat. And now they're talking about it might go free to play. Who knows with that? But I hope Need for Speed doesn't fall flat like that game did, because it is one of my favorite racing franchises. Now it kind of fell off recently. Of course, Forza Horizon 5 is burning up the charts and has everyone talking. And I think that's the racing game that Need for Speed is going to be competing against. Can Criterion bring the heat? I guess we're going to find out. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. I enjoy making these videos for you. Definitely check out the other videos on my channel, and do not forget to follow me on Twitter at Sentinel17. Thanks, guys.